Coinbase has a venture arm that invests in tokens and other things. Does it invest in anything that's traded on the platform?
I don't. I don't know actually the exact. I don't want to. I want to make sure I give you a specific answer, but I think most of those have been just standard venture investments in startups.
So that's not a factor in the listing decisions, is whether Coinbase has or doesn't have a position in the company or the token.
Well, we don't take any listing fees, and as far as I know, on the digital asset listing group, they don't look at our personal Coinbase venture investment. It's not a factor.
If you notice, the CEO of Coinbase, Brian Armstrong, his body language seems to be a little bit off when he's asked this question. Does Coinbase have any direct influence on what they list based on what they invest in? Because they know once they invest in things, it shoots to the moon. Bitcoin fixes this. This shows insider trading and corruption.
With that, what's happening, Crypto Crew? Sean's coming back at you, another cryptocurrency video. Without further ado, getting straight to it, our first update today is from Pentoshi. He's giving you some good advice, things to live by while going through this bear market. In 2018, his portfolio was down 90%. And many of you are in that same spot. Of course, it feels like the market will never come back when in that position, but it will, because that's human nature. New whales will be made. Greed always returns. It's just often a 2-year wait in between. Right here, this is patience. Patience is a virtue. You have to be patient. Buy when others are fearful and sell when others are greedy. You have to live by that mantra. Right now, it might be a little bit more. We're not trying to tell you what to do because we're not financial advisors, but right now it might be a little bit more conducive for your portfolio to own more Bitcoin versus alts. We'll show you why right here. Taking a look at this is the Bitcoin dominance on the weekly. We've showed you this in previous videos. The current time it's recording, Bitcoin dominance is coming in at 49.10%. It has been on the uptrend and it seems that it is breaking out right now. This is the weekly chart, so each one of these candles represents 1 week. And if we squeeze this and look back in the charts, we see that in the RSI, Bitcoin came out and topped out right here and then came back and put in a double top. That was this ultimate peak before falling off a cliff. This was a major alt season, and then Bitcoin has just been trending in this channel and it's been hitting this top once, twice, 3, 4, and look what just happened. We are breaking through this resistance level. How high will we go? Nobody knows, nobody can tell, but you can see that Bitcoin seems to have somewhat of a inverse Bart Simpson pattern. Now we're going to go back up to the 70, almost 71 levels. That might be in the case, but what you see right here, if we zoom into this price action, we see that when Bitcoin bottomed out, it bottomed out around the 40% level, and it just did a double bottom, and it's just been stair-stepping its way up, putting in higher highs and higher lows. It just keeps on just bouncing off this level, and right now we had a bounce off recently. And how high will we go? We continue to just stair-step our way up. How high will this go? Well, look at the downwards resistance is all the way to this 56% level. So we could see another 6-7 percentage points by the end of 2023. So this is what we see for the Bitcoin dominance. But here is an alternative narrative to pay attention to. And what some are looking at, this could be looked at as a bear flag. Now, Bitcoin dominance, every time you see this sort of micro breakout, fake out, fall to the floor. Are we going to see this micro breakout, fake out, fall to the floor? Are altcoins going to be dead? So right here, you see that this is actually a bear flag, and then you sort of come into in a bullish fashion, come into this in a bullish fashion, and then bullish fashion, but then you have this micro breakout. Are we going to have this reversal, and will we have a fall down past the 40 level? Time will definitely tell, but it's something to be mindful of. Could diversify a little bit into alt so you hit this rally if it runs. If it doesn't and Bitcoin continues to the upside, the 49 level is what you have to pay attention to. We just took a look at this here. This level is to be broken right now. And the trend's your friend to the end. Right now, this trend's just putting in higher highs and higher lows. Have to pay attention. If it breaks through this level and we have this reversal back to the downside, it could get extremely bullish for altcoins, and we can see an alt season. And then take a look at the Bitcoin price chart. We could be seeing this as well. We're not out the woods yet for this bear market. If you zoom into this price action, there's a lot going on here, but we see this is the $65,000 peak, the retracement from the summer of 2021. We came up to that $69,000 top November of 2021. Then we've had that bear market. This could be the third leg in the bear market. So you have 1, 2, 3 for the Fibonacci sequence, the fourth bounce back, and then that fifth leg. Remember, this fifth leg has to be as long as the first one, but not as long as the third one. So if we just take some measure moves, here's the length of the first leg right here. We pull this down. How low could this potentially be going if it plays out? Bitcoin could come down to lower price action and retest almost that 13.8K level, where if we look back in the previous bear cycle, that would be coming back down and retesting this level right here. When we ran up, hit our head, and we bounce up, get past it, and just come back down, retest it until we have that bump and run pattern. So are we going to see Bitcoin break down further? Current time is recording, we're right below 26,000 to 25.8K. Well, once again, time will tell. Another update from the Scalping Pro. Bitcoin's forming a bearish pattern near critical resistance zone. So right here, you see this trend line, hit its head, rising wedge. And a rising wedge is a bearish pattern. So rising wedges, you're going to be more likely to fall out of to a continuation to the trend. The trend's going down, so you'll continue to the downside. But note, look at the price scale. It's inverse. So this is actually Bitcoin breaking out. Another update. Here's another inverted chart. People are looking at these charts upside down. You have this rising wedge, breakout, 10,000% move to the upside, rising wedge, another breakout, rising wedge. We already broke out. So right now, how much farther are we going to go? 100 to 300,000? Definitely bullish. We don't know the percent to the upside yet, but all in all, it looks bullish. In Bitcoin, if you inverse this, it all looks the same. Rising wedge, breakout, rising wedge, breakout, rising wedge. The breakouts just started. How low we go, Bitcoin is looking bullish. There's so many different indicators showing that there's bullishness around the corner for Bitcoin. The DXY and Bitcoin are in a cycle pattern. The next Bitcoin top could be 1 year from now. Most will miss this move. So as you see right here, every single time you run up, you come down, run up, come down, run up, come down, run up, come down. When this run up happens, are we going to see this $150,000 Bitcoin price chart? The DXY is getting ready to fall off a cliff, and Bitcoin's inversely correlated. When Bitcoin runs, the DXY falls. It's all waiting for a massive move to the upside. And a couple charts you should pay attention to. This is from lookintobitcoin.com. This is the 2-year moving average multiplier. Anytime below this green line is an opportunity for buy-in. And then when you come up to this red line, that's when you want to think about selling every single time. So right now, if you've been dollar cost averaging, it is a good time to do so. In the R-HODL ratio, every time the R-HODL ratio breaks out of this, we see that when the orange is in the green, it's time to buy. When you come out, gets near the red, time to sell every single time. And right now, we've broken out and waiting for that bullish impulse to the upside. And the last one we want to show you is this terminal price. So every single time we run up against this red line is a time to potentially sell. Every single time we come up, hit our head here, here, here. Look at here. And right now, we're just in this downtrend. This terminal line right now is at 115,000. So every time Bitcoin runs to the upside, what happens? During the last bear market, this flattens out. Last bear market, this flattens out. When the price runs up, this terminal line runs to the upside every single time. Right now, on the flattening out level, it's at 115,000. So when this red line starts to trend upwards, where's Bitcoin going to go? At least to 115,000. There's a good chance it's going to be between $150,000 to $250,000 by the time this black line comes up and touches the red line. So if you're not ready, we suggest that you get prepared. And with that, I'm Sean with the Bitcoin Bros. You guys like this content, go ahead and smash the like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and show us some love. We appreciate the support. With that, that's all I have for you today, and I'm out.